Hello and welcome everyone to the National Real Estate Post. I am your host, of course, Frank Garay, here with another riveting show. And we've got today with us Tom Hutchins from Angel Oak Mortgage Solutions. And of course, you know, these guys are our sponsors and they are non-agency stuff. And today's show is about just that. Tom, before I bring you in to talk about some stuff, guys, I want to cue up this show real quick. This is a good show, and it's going to be really important for you because you're going to be able to do something with it today and be able to maybe market today and prospect today using the information you have off this show. Tom, there was a couple of articles that came out last year. One of them was after the Mortgage Bankers Association event that they had toward the end of the year. One of their associates wrote an article, and one of the points in his article was, and we had talked about this before, that they expected to see non-QM or non-agency business double in 2018. There was also a Market Watch article that I had seen where they said what to expect in 2018. And one of the things that they said was more credit availability for borrowers that don't fit the QM box, don't fit into the QM box. And that, of course, I think even Angel Oak was even mentioned in that particular article. So guys, what I thought would be good is seeing how non-QM business is going to double and explode going forward this year. It would be really good for all of you guys out there to know, since there's such an array of products in the non-QM world, I wanted to have Tom come on today and tell us what's the main product, you know, one or two products that are getting done the most, so that we can identify that demographic of borrower out there for you guys, so that you can initiate some marketing out to that demographic to capture some of this business, seeing how it's going to grow and double this year anyway. So Tom, take it away for me here. We're going to go ahead and as you're talking, we'll bring up a pie graph that you had sent over for us at the appropriate time. But tell us, what's the main product that's getting done out there? And then if you can just dive a little bit into the demographic, the borrower demographic of those two products. What are we looking for in those products? Take it away.
That's awesome, Frank. And I think it's really critical because it's really the number one question we get, because everyone has this belief of what non-QM is or isn't. And so we get asked that, well, what do the loans look like? What do the loans look like? So when you said, let's talk about that, I couldn't wait to get on the show just to talk about that. But so I would say, looking back and knowing what we've seen over the last 4 years and what we see, really there's two main categories. The first is, and the biggest, is borrowers who have had a credit event. And people think of credit event in a certain way. I might want to be even a little bit more broad. They just have a credit issue. It doesn't have to be that they had a bankruptcy or a foreclosure last year or anything like that. It could just be they had some mortgage late pays. They had some credit challenges, and that's stopping them from qualifying for a conventional agency or government loan. That's number one. That's over half our business. These are fully documented income borrowers. They qualify. A lot of them have even recognized, and this is just looking at our production, they've recognized maybe they were in the wrong type of property. Maybe they were stretched a little too thin, and they're right sizing now. You know, that's what we see a lot of. And so that's first and foremost the number one product. They have the ability to repay. It's all fully documented income, and they qualify for a new loan. They have assets typically, or access to it. You know, if they don't have the money, they have a family member that can help them with down payments. We talk about our average loan to value on these loans is about 76%. So it's below 80%.
Okay.
So people are bringing money to the closing table.
So they're there. These borrowers exist. This is the number one product that you're doing. So let's go over the number two product as well. What's that?
Number two product is one that most originators are probably even more familiar with, and it's our bank statement product. That is a self-employed borrower whose tax returns aren't really indicative of their ability to repay a mortgage. So we use alternative income. You know, Fannie Mae uses tax returns. We look at bank statements and actual personal cash flow for a borrower or business or personal cash flow to determine their ability to repay our mortgage. And that's 40% of our business. So those two make up 90% of the non-QM loans that are happening at Angel Oak. And I think it's really important that people just understand it's really simple. You know, these are easy loans to close and really easy to understand.
Okay, so so guys, just to, really, if you didn't hear what's going on here, this is an opportunity. In fact, you could even share today's show with your entire database. I would, and let them know that if you happen to know anybody that fits these two molds, or these two categories, that some sort of credit issue, you know what I mean, that type of thing. Maybe they do have some cash put down, or they have access to cash, but they're just not fitting into the Jenny, Fannie, Freddie, Jenny category. These guys can help here. And then also the self-employed guys with the bank statement deal. These are the top two products. So these are what you can market for right now. And this is the borrower that you can reach out to and say, are you this guy or gal? Are you these borrowers? Because there's help for you. There's money for you to get this done. Now, we've got a webinar coming up with you guys on February 8th, Tom. And guys, so what we want you to do is click the Angel Oak banner you see on the screen. It's over on your right if you're on the website, our website, or if you're watching us on Facebook, there should be a link up right above me. And you can click and register for this webinar on February 8th, where Tom's going to go into these products in a little bit more detail, right? So you'll see what's really available out there through Angel Oak and how they can help. But also what we did last time, which was really cool, Tom, is we were running scenarios with people. People were saying, hey, how about this? How about that? How about this? How about that? And it was surprising to see how many people wanted to run something by you guys. And it was even more surprising to see, it appeared anyway that it looked like, hey, there might be some help for these guys and these borrowers. Now, guys, when you register for the webinar, there's an additional box there now, where if you happen to have a scenario right now that you would like someone at Angel Oak to reach out to you about, you can just type it in there. So register for the webinar, type in what you're working with right now, and then one of the account execs will give you a call back even before the webinar, which is on February 8th. Is that right, Tom?
That's absolutely right. We love to talk about scenarios. That's really what we spend a lot of our time on.
Okay, good. And so when you get to the webinar, guys, we're going to show you a whole lot more, and we're going to show you how to connect with Angel Oak. We're going to show you how to get marketing materials that you can use, how to market for these deals and find more of them, and of course, again, run through your scenarios. So I would really encourage you to register for the webinar. With that, I think we're good to go, Tom.
Awesome. That's great. Thank you, Frank. Look forward to the webinar on the 8th.
All right, man. Thanks for being on the show. And you guys do us a favor, forward, share, subscribe, leave us your comments down below, and we'll catch you all later here at the National Real Estate Post.
Thanks, Frank.